My name is David Franklin. I'm one of the artists here.
Aaron Whelton, architect, artist.
We'd never been here before. We didn't know anything about Riverdale Park. So the first thing we did was start learning about it. And one of the first things that came up was that it was one of the places where Orville and Wilbur Wright had one of their early pilot schools.
The history of the airport nearby. It's the world's longest operational airport. So we were looking at some of the artifacts that were used back in the airport, including old hand-carved wooden propellers and these pylons that they would use with counterweights to propel the airplanes into the air. We were really inspired by this kind of interest in the artifacts of aviation.
The propeller kind of had this amazing twist to it, right? So that was kind of one of the first things, is like the propeller is a sculptural object. And then also the idea that it's like this kind of monolith coming out of the ground, like 2001 or something.
Yeah.
But it also dissipates as it goes up into the sky, so it has this kind of lightness as well. And then what was interesting was that it started to look like a double helix, like DNA. And it's also technology, science area as well. So we started thinking about, you know, what that means and how can we kind of bring that forth in the project.
The idea of this really heavy countermass that would drop to propel the planes forward and move light into the sky, this kind of opposition of something really heavy and very light and kind of moving from the ground into the sky, I think set up a lot of the dynamics that we were trying to catch in the piece.
And then the twist, just like a propeller goes around and makes the airplane move, as a person goes past this on the train, it'll look like it's twisting. It'll have a little bit of an interesting dynamic visually as you go by. So kind of tried to marry all those things together so it really felt like it belonged here. We've done a number of projects together, and then to actually be here and put it up seems unreal.
I think it's also an interesting moment because when we started collaborating on projects, this was one of the first ones we collaborated on. And then in the course of this project's development and construction, we've completed all these other projects. And so now to have one of the earliest projects now completed it's
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, to get that arc, you know, and to have a really early effort come to fruition is pretty satisfying. Yeah.